We are. Good morning, everyone. My name is Malin. I'm really happy to be here on YouTube this morning and practicing this advanced practice to follow the yogi, where I do things that I like to play and do. So please follow along, take what you need, leave out what you don't need. We follow our breath and we let that be our guide. And also, if you like this, please like it, subscribe to the channel. Let's come into a comfortable seat, however that might look like for you. Letting your hands rest onto your knees. Close your eyes and start listening in to your breath. Start taking deeper breaths. And eventually transition to the Ujjayi Pranayama. Sealing your lips, breathing in and out through the nose. Find that light contraction at the back of the throat and keeping the inhale consistent to your exhale. The pelvic floor engages. Feeling how you're rooting down into the earth, the spine becomes long, shoulder relaxes down, and then pull the belly button in towards your spine. Deep, slow breaths. Make your eyes open and interlace your hands behind your back. Roll your shoulders open, knuckles towards the earth, broadening over the chest. And roll over onto your hands and knees, coming into all fours for downward facing dog. Keep your hips nice and high. And pedal your feet out a couple of times. Make sure you're spreading your fingers wide. Walk your feet forward, come into the top of the mat, keep your feet hip width apart. Coming into a forward fold for a moment. Try to look between your legs. Ready to start stretching into the back of your legs. Make sure you're grounding into the big toes, to the knuckles. Nod your head, yes. Shake it out, no. Bend into the knees, start rolling up along your spine. Nice and slow. All the way up in to Samastiti, hands by your side. Surya Namaskar. Inhale, reach your arms up and over. Urdhva Hasana. Exhale, fold forward. Uttanasana. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, plant your hands, step your feet to plank pose. Lower to chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take 5 Ujjayi breaths. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Inhale, lift your heels. Exhale, bend your knees, step your feet forward. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, root to rise, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, hands by your side, Samasana. Inhale, arm curls up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, downward facing dog. 5 breaths. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Inhale, lift your heels. Exhale, bend your knees, step your feet forward. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, root to rise. Exhale, Samasana. Inhale, arm curls up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, half. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, downward facing dog. Another 5 breaths. 1, 2, 3, 4, Eddie. 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 Lift your heels, bend your knees, step your feet forward. Inhale, half lift. Eddie. Exhale, fold. Inhale, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, hands by your side. Inhale, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, fold. Inhale, half. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, downward facing dog. We breathe 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Inhale, lift the heels, bend your knees, step your feet forward. Inhale, half. Exhale, bow. Inhale, Urdhva Hastasana. Samastiti. One last time. Inhale, arm curls up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, half. Exhale, chaturanga. Urdhva, Adho Mukha Svanasana. And we breathe 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Inhale, lift your heels. Exhale, bend your knees, step your feet forward. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, down. Inhale, reach your arms up and over. Exhale, hands by your side. Bring your big toes together. Have a little gap between your heels. Bend your knees. Inhale to Utkatasana. Exhale, fold. Inhale, half. Exhale, chaturanga. Upward facing. Exhale, downward facing. Left heel down, right foot forward. Inhale, rise, warrior one. Exhale, step it back, chaturanga. Upward facing. Exhale, downward facing. Left foot forward, inhale, Virabhadrasana 1. Exhale, chaturanga. Come down to your forearms, down dog breathe. And we breathe. Reach your heels back, press into the forearms. To connect back with your bandhas. 3, 4, and 5. Press back up onto your hands. Inhale, lift your heels, bend your knees, step your feet forward. Inhale, half. Exhale, fold. Bend your knees, inhale, Utkatasana. Come to standing. Samasthiti. Bend the knees, inhale, Utkatasana. Exhale, fold. Inhale, half. Exhale, chaturanga. Upward facing. Exhale, downward facing, warrior one. Exhale, step it back. Upward facing. Exhale, downward facing, left foot forward, inhale, rise. Exhale, chaturanga. Come back to your forearms and breathe again. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Return to your hands. Lift your heels, bend your knees, step your feet forward. Inhale, half. Exhale, fold. Bend your knees, inhale, Utkatasana. Samasthiti. Bend the knees, inhale, chair. Exhale, fold. Inhale, half. Chaturanga. Upward facing. Exhale, downward facing, warrior one. Rise up. Exhale, step it back. Chaturanga. Left foot forward, inhale, rise. Exhale, chaturanga. Back to down dog B, another 5 breaths. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Press back into your hands. Inhale, lift your heels, bend your knees, step your feet forward. Inhale, half. Exhale, fold. Bend your knees, inhale, Utkatasana. Come to standing. Samasthiti. One last final time. Utkatasana. Fold. Inhale, half. Exhale, chaturanga. Upward facing. Downward facing. Warrior 1. Exhale, chaturanga. Left foot forward, inhale, rise. Chaturanga. Come down to your forearms. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Come back to your hands. Inhale, lift your heels, bend your knees, step your feet forward. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, bow. Bend your knees, inhale, Utkatasana. Squeeze into the midline, palms together, shift your gaze. Relax the shoulders, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come to standing. Samasthiti. Take your feet hip width apart, hands to your hips. Hips are neutral, belly button in. Lift your chest, squeeze your elbows together. Exhale, hinge at your hips and fold. Padagustasana, peace fingers around your big toes. Inhale, half lift. Hollowing out your belly. Feel like leaning with the crown of the head, dropping the chin to the chest. Use your arms to pull yourself down. Rotate the tailbone up. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, slide your hands underneath your feet. Padahastasana. Half lift. Belly in, exhale, fold, chin to the chest. Another 5. Keep on using your hands and your biceps to pull yourself down. Keep rotating the table up. 3, 2, and 1. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, hands to your hips. Inhale, rise all the way up. Back in to Samasthiti. Big toes together. Bend your knees. Inhale, Utkatasana. Exhale, hands to your heart. Hook your left elbow outside your right knee. Draw your left knee back, sit deep down, hollowing out your belly, lengthening forward. Exhale, twist, look over the shoulder, and breathe for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Plant your hands. Make sure your fingertips are pointing to the front of the mat. Right? Lean in to your left tricep. Right? Lean forward, elbows bent. You can use your right elbow to your hip, coming into Parasvabhakasana. Vikundinyasana. Extend both feet out, and then take your left leg on top, split in your leg. And jump back, chaturanga. Upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take a moment. Center. Inhale, lift your heels, bend your knees, step your feet forward. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Bend your knees. Inhale, Utkatasana. Come to standing. Samasthiti. Right, so we're just going to take the other side. Bend the knees. Inhale, Utkatasana. Exhale, hands to your heart. Right elbow outside your left knee. Draw your right knee back. Palms at heart. Inhale, lengthening, and you start twisting. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Look down. Plant your palms, fingertips pointing to the front of the mat. Lean in for Parasvabhakasana, side crow. Bring your toes up. Keep breathing. Extend your feet out. Vikundinyasana. Get your legs. Jump back. Upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take a moment again. Check in with your headspace. Let go of expectations, success and failures. Just let the practice be. Inhale, lift your heels, bend your knees, step your feet forward. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Bend your knees. Inhale, Utkatasana. Come to standing. Samasthiti. I'm just going to turn to the other side for a moment. You can stay the way you are. With the particles here. Now we're stepping our left foot back. We're opening up with the right foot, heel towards alignment. Open up your arms. Inhale, reach forward. Exhale, take your hand down. Wherever you find your support, lengthening yourself forward. Floating the top hand up. How you're hugging your low ribs in. Sliding shoulder blade down. You're up. 3, 2, and 1. Look down. Left hand to your hip. Take your right hand in front of your right foot. Launch yourself forward. Ashtha Chandrasana. And really roll that left hip open. Floating the top hand up. Lengthen it forward. Nice and steady. Bend your left knee, reach for your foot. Your ankle. With your left hand, press the foot in to the mat. So you're creating this bow. and let go. Stand your foot, bend into the right knee, step it back, open up in to Virabhadrasana B. Sit down deep, pull your heels together, shoulders over wrist. Steady gaze. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Take your hand down to the inside and really use your shoulder to move the right knee to the right, tucking the hip under. Keep pulling the hips together, left arm to the front, pinky down. Spin your heart, chin from the chest up towards your pinky. And we breathe. 5. Keep reaching. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hand comes down, pivot up onto your left toe. Take your right hand underneath your leg, come up onto the tippy toe. Take a Pada Asana. Reach forward. Jump back, chaturanga. Downward facing dog. Once again, take a moment. Inhale, lift your heels, bend your knees, step your feet forward. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, hands to your hips. Inhale, rise up. Once again, you stay the way you are. Make sure you're breathing. Get your right foot back, heel towards alignment, opening up your arms. Reach forward, take your hand down to where you find your support. Float the top hand up, shoulder blade down your back. Keep lengthening over the front leg. Keep that Chakorasna. Exhale, look down, right hand to the hip, bend into your left knee. Take your hand in front of your left foot, launch yourself forward. Take your time, roll the hip open, putting the top hand up. And bend your right knee, Ardha Chandrashapasana. Creating that bow shape. Sure you're grounding into the left toe. Move your foot. Set your right foot back. Inhale, rise up, Virabhadrasana B. Heel towards alignment. Sit down deep. Left knee over the ankle. Steady gaze. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Exhale, hand comes down. Take your right hand towards the front of the mat. So you have the long energetic line. Keep reaching for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Take your hand down. Come up onto the right toe. Left arm under your left leg. Ekapada Kundinyasana. Downward facing dog. Take your knees down. Sit back for child's pose for a moment. Turn to your forearms, tuck your toes, lift your hips, and downward facing dog. Inhale, lift your heels. Exhale, bend your knees, step your feet forward. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, hands to your hips. Inhale, rise all the way up. Namaste. Take your hands to your hip and cross your right foot over your left. So you're lining up the pink edge of your feet, hips are neutral. Lift your gaze. Exhale, hinge at your hips and fold. So you're bending your right knee and then walk your hands towards the right. Right chin to the chest. Feeling it outside your hip, your IT band. Maybe your low back. You can take your left hand to your left ankle if you prefer. Come back to center. Inhale, half lift. Uncross your feet and then just take your left, lining up to the right. Make sure the knee is bent. Walk your hands over towards the left and fold. Maybe right hand to the ankle. Come back to center. Inhale, half lift. Uncross your feet. Take your feet hip width apart. Peace fingers around your right big toe. Left hand to the hips. Inhale, rise all the way up. Drop the right hip belly in. Let go of your big toe. Bend your knee. Hug your knee into the chest for a moment. So just press it up nice and high. Balancing on your left foot. And then cross your right knee over your left. And then wrap it around. Open up your arms. Left on top of your right. Find your left. Exhale, you fold belly in. All the way up, release your hands up and over, knee to the chest. Exhale, step your foot to the back of the mat, both postures in, setting up for Prasarita. Open up your arms. Exhale, hands to your hips. Lift your gaze, firm up your legs. Exhale, fold, rotate your tailbone up, hands underneath the shoulders. Inhale, half lift. All right, so check it out. We're going to do 10 breaths here, maybe even more. Exhale, drop the crown of the head forward. Right, move your hands back in space, between your legs, into the chest. Rotate your tailbone up. We're staying in Prasarita 8. Into the other parts of the feet, stretching into your hamstrings. Crown of the head is down to the mat. You have your hands under your elbows, and then float your feet up into tripod headstand. Stretch your legs, the right foot forward, left leg back. Let's start twisting your right leg to the left. Back to center, feet together, left foot forward, moving into that split. Bringing your left foot over to the right. Back to
center, feet together, and exhale, split them, take them down to the earth, hands underneath the shoulders, inhale, half lift. Exhale, hands onto your hips, inhale, come all the way up, and then step to the front of the mat, coming back in to Samasthiti. Just going to turn to the other side, hands to the hips again, and exhale, fold. These fingers around your left leg toe. Inhale, rise all the way. Drop the left hip, reaching out to the front of the head. And bend your knee, tuck your knee into the chest. And cross your left knee over your right. Open up your arms. Then take right over left, Garudasana. Lift and exhale, fold belly. Inhale, rise all the way up. Release your hands up and over to the chest. Exhale, step your foot back. Open up your arms. Exhale, interlace your hands at the thumb on top. Pull the knuckles past the earth. Lift your gaze. Exhale, hinge at your hips. Hand comes up and over the shoulders. Rotate your tailbone up. Take your hands underneath the shoulders. Inhale, half. Then once again, I'm going to turn this way. So you're going to stay in Prasarita just so you see. You're going to drop the crown of the head down, and you're going to reach your hands between your legs. So that the tops of your hands comes up. You press into the top of your hands, and float your feet up. 'Lift your legs down, hands under the shoulders. Inhale, walk your hands to the top of the mat. Step your, I think it's your right foot next to your left. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, hands to your hips. Inhale, rise all the way. Your right foot to the back of the mat and then turn to the back of the mat. Hips are squared, open up your arms. And then exhale, take your hands behind your back. First foot anasana, palms together, roll your shoulders open. Lift your gaze. Imagine you're having a rope around your waist that's pulling you evenly back. And again, fold. 3 more breaths. Inhale, rise all the way up. Take the right hand to your hip. Inhale, left arm. Reach forward. Exhale, take your hand down wherever you find your support. Inhale, lengthening yourself forward. Draw that right hip back. Start twisting your chest open, floating the top and up. Breathe. Exhale, look down, right hand to the hip, left hand in front of your right foot, pick your left foot off the mat. You may stay here, you can stay in warrior three if you prefer, or you start twisting, bringing the top hand up, or Ardha, Ardha Chakorasna. And then your left knee, reach with your right hand to the top of the foot. Press the foot into the hand. Nice and slow, be careful with your hamstring. Release your hand down, extend your left foot to the back of the mat. And then take your feet into handstand. Adho Mukha Vrasana. Chaturanga. Inhale, lift your heels, bend your knees, step your feet. Inhale, half. Exhale, hands to your hips. Inhale, rise. Increasing the back of the mat. Your left foot to the back of the mat, go to the front this time. Hips are squared, hips are neutral. Open up your arms. Exhale, interlace your hands behind you, or not interlace. Take your palms together. First one, an asana. Rather than through your heart, squeeze your palms together. Belly in, exhale, fold, press into the big toe. Inhale, come all the way up. Left hand to the hand hip, right hand up. Exhale, fold, take your hand down. Wherever you find it works. So just find the foundation. So you're good, you steady with your feet, lengthening forward, you twist. Vrita, Chakorasna. Look down, left hand to the hip, take the right hand in front of you, and then punch yourself forward. Here we are. Vrita, Ardha Chakorasna. And bend your right knee, reach your left hand to the foot, to the ankle, and be mindful of your hamstring. Pressing the foot into your hand. And you can let it go. Send your foot to the back of the mat, and then make your way into Adho Mukha Vrasana in your handstand. Take your time. Step back, chaturanga. Inhale, right leg lifts. Exhale, knee to the chest. Step your foot through between your hands and lower your left knee and the top of the foot down. Inhale, bring your arms up, shifting your hips forward. Lift to the sternum under the asana. Exhale, hands to your heart. Hook your left elbow outside your right knee. And then drop your left hand outside your right foot. You may stay here. Maybe you tuck your toe, lift your knee. Maybe spinning your back heel down. Here we are in Parita or Chakorasna. Exhale, look down. Take your right hand down, frame your foot, and once again, lower your left knee down. Take your foot over towards the left, take your shin, thigh, sit bone comes down, slide back for Ekapada Rasha, Kapotasana prep. We'll take about 10 breaths. Breathe into the hip. To close that gap to your left hip bone to the earth. You can always use back yourself up if it stays tight. Gently come up onto your forearms, onto your hands. Tuck your toe, lift your knee, inhale, left leg up and back. Exhale, knee to the chest, step your foot through between your hands. Lower your left knee, shift it back for either for half split or slide it forward into your full Hanuman. Bring your hands up. Exhale, take your hands down, fold over your front leg. Slowly, gently come back up onto your hands, tuck your toe, lift your knee. Inhale, right leg up and back. Exhale, take your foot down. Inhale, left leg. Exhale, knee to the chest, step your foot through between your hands, lower your knee down. Inhale, rise up. Anjali asana. On top. Anjali asana. Exhale, hands to your heart, hook your right elbow. Try to wiggle your belly past. Take your hand outside, your left foot, tuck the toe, maybe spin the heel down if you can. Then reach your left hand to the top of the mat. Look under your arm. If you want your pinky. Exhale, take your hands down, frame your foot, give it back up onto the right toe. Right knee comes down, shift it back for half split. Fold your leg forward into full Hanuman. Full split. Maybe bringing the hand up. Exhale, take your hands down. know you're thinking that we forgot pigeon. We'll switch them up. It's coming next. So tuck your toe under or come up onto your hands. Tuck your toe, lift your knee. Inhale, left leg up and back. Exhale, knee to the chest. Take your shin thigh, sit down, press down. Here it is. Chakorasna, Practitioner, about 10 breaths. Lower your heart down. Come back up onto your forearms, onto your hands. Tuck your toe. Inhale, bring your left leg up and back. And exhale, set your foot down. Inhale, lift your heels. Exhale, bend your knees, step your feet forward. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, hands to your hips. Inhale, rise over. Coming back into Samasana. Ardha Baddha Padmasana. So you can take figure 4 if you have tight hips. There you go, hands at heart, right? Or you're going to take that right foot into your left hip crease. Aim your heel towards the navel and you get this external rotation in your hip. And take your right hand behind your back, hold on to your foot. Left hand comes up, and then exhale, you start folding. Taking the left hand in line with your pinky if you can, into the chest. Try to drop the right knee down. Release your hands under the shoulders. Inhale, half lift. All right, come up onto the ball of the left toe and bring your left knee down as well as your right. Now, if this feels tight, just lower your right shin down so it comes in front of your left knee. Now from here, be mindful. See if you can lift your hips up. Try to square them out to the front of the mat. Open up your arms. Taking left over right. Find your lift. Release your hands down. Tuck your left toe under. All right, and then lift your knee. All right. Here we go again. Handstand in this leg variation. All right, so you're just gonna try to kick your left heel to the butt, maybe straightening, keeping your right leg in half lotus if you can. You can use a wall. Take the time and play with it. And then take a vinyasa when you're done. Get harder for every time you try. Inhale, lift your heels, bend your knees, step your feet forward. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, hands to your hips. Inhale, rise over. the left side. So either figure four again, or you're bringing left knee to the chest. Take your foot so the knee comes out, and aim your heel to the belly button. Taking left heel to the right hip. Bring your knee down, arm comes up, and then exhale, you fold. Ardha Baddha Padmasana. Left hand down, inhale, half lift. Then step your foot back, lower the right knee down. So either slide your foot in front of your right knee again, or keep your foot into the hip crease. And find your lift again. Open up your arms right over left this time. Release your hand down. Right, tuck your toe, lift your knee, and again we try our handstand hop. Right, when you're done, you exit out in Vinyasa Chaturanga. Downward facing dog, final destination. From here, jump through to a seat. Bring your right knee to the chest, cross it over, bend your left knee, bring your left foot outside your hip. Both sit bones are grounded. The big toe of your right foot is grounded too. Ardha Matsyendrasana, right hand behind you, inhale left arm, then exhale, hook your elbow. Sit up tall, exhale, twist over the shoulder. Try to keep your spine nice and long, right shoulder from the ear. Inhale, look forward. Right, so from here, it might be easier that if you sort of point your left toe, and you roll over onto your hands and knees, you really can stack the knees, and then move the feet off the mat, and then take a seat between your legs. It's going to be a Gomukhasana variation. If you can, get your feet, so it's this like a long line, but the knees are stacked. Hip bones are grounded, so you might sit up tall here. Interlace your hands onto the knees, chin to the chest. Inhale, lift your chin, left hand between your hands or between your shoulder blades, and then take and connect your fingertips. You can always take that right hand to your elbow, lift your gaze, exhale, fold, Gomukhasana. Inhale, come all the way up. And from here, you're going to loosen your legs. Left shin comes parallel. Flex your left foot, and then take your right ankle on top of your left knee. Right, and then try to take the gap with your right knee towards your left foot. So Agni Stambhasana. And then again, you try to come to the front side of the sit bones. You're getting a good stretch into your hips, and you start folding forward. Inhale, come all the way up and extend your feet out. Left knee into the chest, Ardha Machandrasana. And your right knee, left hand behind you. Again, remember, sit bones are grounded. Hook your elbow. And variation you took. Inhale, look forward, release, roll over onto your hands and knees, and then try to stack your knees, separate your feet, and then again come down, take a seat between your legs, flex your feet, come to the front side, right hand come up between your shoulder blades, either left hand to the elbow or you connect your fingertips, sit up tall, exhale, fold, Gomukhasana. Inhale, come all the way up. Agnisthambasana, the right shin if parallel to the front, and then left knee on top of the right. You sit up tall and then you fold forward. Inhale, come all the way up. Cross your ankle, roll over onto your hands and knees, step to plank pose. Lower down. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, lift your heels, jump through to it. And then cradle your legs, so bring your right foot into your left hip crease. Sit up tall. Bringing that shin as close to the chest as you can. From here, take your foot and bring it under your arm, and then just pull it back. You might stay here, or you're going to take your right arm to the inside. You hold on to your ankle, and then try to get your knee up onto your shoulder. So this is my tweak, where you stop. Or you're taking the foot behind your back. You're in Ekapada Shishasana A. Exhale, fold for B variation. Inhale, come all the way down. Maybe you will lie down. And inhale, come up. Keep your hands by your hips. Stand your foot up and then lift up. Let go. Jump back. Chaturanga. Upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Jump through to a seat. And then cradle your left foot. Make sure you're flexing the left foot, bringing the shin close to the chest. Keep your spine nice and long. And then take your foot, Right, so you have your shin in your armpit. Bring it back. Take your left hand to the inside, hold on to the ankle, and then get your knee up onto the tricep. So again, this might be where you stay. Maybe we got that foot behind your head. And exhale, fold forward. Chakorasna. B. Inhale, come all the way up. Lie down onto your back. Inhale, come up. And then lift up if you can. And then jump through for Chaturanga. Inhale, lift your heels. Exhale, bend your knees. Jump through, but take your right foot outside your right hip. Take the calf muscle externally rotated out of the way. Sit bones again are grounded. Knee points straight forward. Right, first one, we fold forward. Eka, Pada, Tiranga, Asana. Inhale, come all the way up. Take the hands behind you. Plant your left foot. Lift your hips. Do the little tuck. Lower your hips down. Maybe you come down to the forearms. You lift and you tuck all the way down. Keeping that right hip grounded. Maybe the left knee to the chest. Ardha Chakorasna. Inhale, all the way up. Pop up onto your right shin. Take the hands to the inside. Right, come up onto the toe. Bend your elbows. So Ekapada Bakasana. Left knee into your left tricep. Chaturanga. Jump through. Left foot outside your left hip. Chaturanga Mukhapada Paschimottanasana. You sit up tall. Sit bones are grounded. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, come all the way up. Take the hands behind you. Find your little tuck and then slowly not lowering down. Ground your left hip down, maybe knee to the chest, maybe into the sensation. Gently start coming back up. Take the hands to the inside, tuck your toe, right knee or shin to the right tricep. We're going to start getting slippery here. Right, lean in, left knee to the chest, maybe extend it. Jump back, chaturanga. Inhale, lift your heels. Exhale, bend your knees. Jump through twist. Oh, sorry, jump your feet forward. Inhale, half. Exhale, fold. Inhale, root to rise. Exhale, hands to your heart. Namaste. If you have a wall, all right, just because this is something that I am working on, is to come into full lotus in my handstand. So I'm going to use my wall, and I'm going to take my hands about a half a foot away from the wall. I'm going to come up, and I'm going to use the wall. I'm going to put the crown of the head into the wall. I'm going to come into my lotus, and I'm going to push my feet away. So I'm just balancing on my hand and the crown of the head, and then eventually I'm pushing the head away too. Then I find my lotus handstand. Obviously, you can do lotus in the middle of the room. So I come up, crown of the head comes in, find my lotus. Push my head away. Just a little bit comfy. And then return to the mat. Take a seat. Open up your legs. Come to the front side of your sit bones. Toes points up, quads are engaged. Start walking your hands forward. Chakorasna. Inhale, come all the way up. And from here, come into Chakorasna. Flex your feet. The knee comes, or your ankles comes out of the knee. Slide your hands underneath. And then your hand comes back. Heart down. So you can stay here. You can hold on to the arches. You can slide your side forward, and you breathe. And slowly start making your way out. Bring the soles of the feet together. Knees out wide, connecting outer edges of your feet. Sit up tall. Exhale, fold. Parakonasana. Inhale, come all the way up. Bring the soles of the feet together and then lie down onto your back. If you need a set to Bandha Sarangasana bridge pose, feel free to take one. Otherwise, if you think that your back should be pretty open, take your hands in line with your ears. 3 Urdhva Dhanurasanas. Inhale, press up. Put your chin lower down. Take a moment. And press up in number 2. Chin, lower down. Here comes number 3, press up. Your chin, lower down, release into the chest. The arms out wide, knees over towards the right. Back to center, knees to the left. Okay, come back to center, bring your arms at the long side of the body. Stand your feet up, bring your feet over your head. Take your hands to the low back. Lift your feet up, shoulders down. Then take your feet over your head. Halasana, interlace your hands. Exhale, bend your knees. Press your knees to the temple. Asana. Hands to the low back. Inhale, take your feet back up. Make your way into lotus or butterfly your feet for Chakorasna. Supine. Hands to the elbows. Belly in. Breathing in. Let go. Bring your arms at the long side of the body. Roll down your spine. And lift yourself up. Take the crown of the head down. Stay in lotus if you can. Onto your feet. Take your hands down and then come up into a seat. Stay in your lotus. Take your hands on to your knees, chin to the chest. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Keep going.
Inhale, lift your chin. Adjust my lotus. Get a little bit tighter. Roll over onto your hands and knees. See if I can do this today. It's been a long time since I managed this pose. With your elbows towards your hip bone. Lean in. Lift up. And then extend your feet out. Chaturanga. Jump through to a seat. And then lie all the way down into Shavasana. Hold your breath, your bandhas. Just resetting our mind. That was my cue to start deepening your breath. Come up into a comfortable seat. Find your seat. Sit up tall. And breathe. Take your hands to your heart. Chin to the chest. Namaste. So much for joining me today. It was here in my backyard. Hope you enjoyed it. I hope to see you next Saturday. I have about a week and a half, and then I will have my surgery, so it will be a little bit less practices. Probably a little bit different to start off with, and then building back up to this advanced practices. I'm going to have to take it a little bit slow. But again, thank you so much for tuning in. I hope to see you next time. Bye.